Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Living with Fibro and PSA, Felicia and Frankie's Way, episode number 17, Frozen Hips, Twitchy Legs, Big Wins, and Tiny Gifts. Life has been a little wild lately, but you know me. I'm still here, still standing, still laughing through all the chaos. So grab your coffee, or in my case, my Mountain Dew. Snuggle up with your blanket or whatever makes you feel cozy, and let's catch up. I've got some stories, I got some updates, and of course, Felicia and Frankie, of course, they're here along for the ride too. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Disclaimer. Quick disclaimer, y'all. Everything I share here is based on my personal journey with Felicia, fibromyalgia, and Frankie, psoriatic arthritis. I am not a doctor, nurse, or any medical profession, so just a woman living it day by day and keeping it real with you guys. So please don't take this as medical advice. Always talk to your doctor or healthcare provider about what is best for you. I am here to share support and hopefully give you some laugh along the way. Hello, fall, crisp air, cold bones, and cozy vibes. Hey, y'all, it is your girl, Gigi. How is everybody doing? First of all, I wanted to say thank you for being patient. Life threw a couple of curveballs at me, and I have been doing my best to work through them. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're coming back, well, welcome back. Y'all know I'm so happy to have you guys here. Before we dive in, let me ask you, how has your week been? Really? Take a second, think about it. Did you laugh at something silly? Cry over something frustrating? Or maybe you're just in survival mode and you just survived. That's a win too. Drop me a comment or a quick message. I love to hear from y'all because we're all in this together. Now, we have got to talk about this fall weather because wow. It is a total love-hate situation for me right now. I am obsessed with the crisp, cozy temperatures until my bones start hollering like Sunday choir. Seriously, I go to bed bundled up, fan blasted, and I think, yes, this is the perfect sleeping weather. Then 2, 3 o'clock come rolling around in the morning, and I'm shivering like a little popsicle. Felicia, oh yeah, she's loving the chaos, though. You know it. I even put my big old box fan in the window. So, yeah, it is like complete heaven. My husband, I think, seriously froze to death half the time. But I drift right to sleep, and I'm like, yes, it is so great. Perfect. And then, boom, it hits. My hips flare. Frankie's like, hello, darling. It's party time. So, yeah, best sleep weather ever. Until it isn't. How about you guys? How do you guys manage this back and forth with the weather? Do you guys have secret hacks, or are we all just quietly cursing Felicia and Frankie under our blankets? Like, seriously, I really would love to know what you guys do. That would be great to know. The Joys of Hospitals, said no one ever, featuring a Doppler. All right, y'all, let me tell you about my latest hospital adventure. I had to go get a venous Doppler done, and yay, don't you know that the freaking ride alone, daggone, it almost took me out. It about did me in. Country roads, all your potholes, brake slamming, gas pedal jerking. I felt like I was riding shotgun in a police chase or something. By the time I got there, I was so sore and so stiff, and I was just praying that I could peel myself out of the car without leaving half my joints behind. And of course, I was freaking late. Ah, construction and traffic, my favorite combination ever. But thank goodness they let me go in. So here's the kicker though. Not only was it like mortuary freaking cold in the room, now mind you, I like the cold. So when I'm telling you and I'm complaining that it's cold, it's just frigidly cold. And because, of course, it was, there was, they were training somebody, of course. So, yeah. And surprise to me, I thought that they were going to scan just my calves because that's where all my pain has been in my calves. Nope. No, no, no. They go all the way up to the groin. Yeah. Shocker. Nobody prepped me for that. And I was sitting there like, what? Excuse me? What? Oh no. Now the test itself wasn't really that painful. There was bits and pieces of it. So like when they would put the cuffs on and they would blow them up, that was where obviously the pain was because now you're pinching Felicia and she's very irritated and giving you the 1, 2, 3s about it. So yeah. And then when you also do that, you also cause my legs to twitch on their own. And apparently that's frowned upon. She kept yelling at me to hold my legs still. As if, have you not ever dealt with anybody that has fibromyalgia? And she said yes. And I said, well, then you should know. Jerky muscles are a part of it. I can't move around. Normally, when I start hurting, I gotta move. And of course, not being able to move because you gotta hold still. Yeah, that was not a nice thing. And let's be honest, Felicia, she doesn't care about those protocols. So, and meanwhile, Frankie, he was kind of slow to the party this time, thank God. So I think he was getting ready to join in, but yeah, we were just like, Felicia and Frankie were like, welcome to the party, mama. And I'm like, nope, nope, not happening. My legs were sitting there twitching, because that's what fibro does. And the trainee, he was he was struggling. It was comedy gold for me because I just laid there and watched him struggle. And that girl, she was getting a little flustered with me. I can't help it. I can't control anything in this body of mine anymore. It is completely and utterly doing its own thing. So, yeah. Other than the legs complaining afterwards really bad for a couple of days, and then of course, I had a day and a half where I crashed out. So, unfortunately, those days happen when I push myself too hard, too fast, and I try to do too much. So I was down for a day and a half. That kind of sucked too. But the results came back and they are normal. So thank God for that. It just means it's a Felicia issue. It's fibro. And yeah, I'll take that. I mean, listen, I live in pain all the time, every day, 24/7, 365. Yeah. So if I can have a peace of mind to know that that's what's causing all those issues, I'm okay with that. I am okay because it puts my mind at ease. So even if I had to freeze my booty off and deal with all the twitchies and get poked around for it, it was worth it. But I also had to do that treadmill. Now, here's the funny part about it. I was supposed to walk just 5 minutes. 5 minutes, y'all. 5. I got 2.5. I felt like I was climbing Everest and I was ready to cry. I was waving my white flag at that nurse and I kept telling her I didn't think I could do it. And she just downright just ignored me and just kept saying, you have 2.5 more minutes to go. And then I kept saying, oh, I just don't know because my leg, I thought it was my right leg that was dragging. She informed me it was my left leg that dragged. So that was something new that I didn't know. I assumed the wrong leg. Okay. But I kept thinking, this is where I'm going to die. I'm going to die right here on this stupid treadmill. I survived. Yeah. She then goes, 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes remaining. 1.5 minutes. You have one and a. She did this all the way down to 30 seconds, folks. Yeah. I survived, though. Barely, but I survived. And, here's the thing, fibro and PSA, chronic illnesses, they're the real party crashers. And they definitely don't like cardio marathons. I mean, who knew? Anyway, yeah. So, but I was in there thinking about you guys because I kept thinking to myself how I was going to explain this whole new experience that I was currently going through. And I was trying to figure out how I was just going to tell you guys. And so you guys kind of helped take my mind off of the pain and just added some humor into all of it. So thank you guys for all being there with me. I appreciate it. Disability, dreams, and doing the best I can. Let me be honest, blatantly honest. This disability process has worn me out. I mean, you go through all the hoops you've got to go through. You're dealing with all your chronic illnesses is trying to throw at you, flare up after flare up, pain, excruciating pain, test after test, labs, x-rays, MRIs. I mean, nerve test, everything that you can possibly think of, physical therapy, everything. You go through all of this and you're still waiting and you're still hoping and you're still praying. I'm still praying that I finally get approved. But in the meantime, after 4 years, I'm a little disappointed in our system, I guess. I mean, I've seen people get it for like next to nothing. And I've had this for 5 years. And for the last 5 years, I have not been able to hold a job down. I have not been able to get out of bed for the first 2.5. I have done wonders the last couple of years. I push myself so hard. I do my yoga. I do my stretches. I do everything that I've learned in physical therapy. Everything. I have done everything to try to get better. This is the best I'm going to get right now. You know what I mean? Anyway, blah. Don't even want to talk about all that crap. But anyway, I'm still praying that I get approved. But in the meantime, it's a lonely road. It really is. Nobody tells you that part. Nobody tells you that you're going to have to try to reconfigure yourself. Sorry. Yeah, it's just one of those things. The lawyers help out a little bit because she kind of keeps me updated, but she doesn't know me. They don't know my whole story. They just know what I've told them for the case. They know me by a case number. They know me by a person that might make and bring them in some money. That kind of sucks. That hurts when you think about it. Because everything that you're already fighting with your body, everything, every single day, and then all this crappy red tape on top of it. Ugh, it just feels like you're climbing a mountain flip-flops. And some days I wonder, what's even the purpose? What's the point? So I've been working on something from home, something that won't wreck my health, keeps me healthy and safe at home, but it might bring me in a little bit of extra cash. So I just want you all to know it's getting close to being done. I don't want to share anything yet till it's done and up and running, and then I will be more than happy to share with y'all. But yeah, my dad and my husband have been right by my side while we have done this. They have done most of the work. I have done a lot of the sit-down work, but honestly, I don't know what I'd do without my dad. That man is my rock. And my husband, he helps so much. I've had friends come in. They've helped out one way or the other. Photography. My daughters help with some of the tech stuff. I've had other friends pitching in where they can. And let me tell you guys, I am beyond blessed. I truly am blessed. But it hasn't been easy. I don't use my hands a whole lot much more these days. I have gotten to the point everything that I do by the computer is talk. Everything on my phone is talk. Yeah, so when I have to use my hands, it kind of sucks because they hurt. They hurt a lot. And so, been having that and pain in my I just have pain everywhere. Let's just put it that way. It's just, we're in the fall, we're getting into the cold weather, and everything is screaming at me. And my feet, they're great. They feel like I'm walking on hot coals. They go numb, and I feel like I'm walking on pillows. Kind of scary, right? Yeah, and the thing is like when we're walking on pillows, I have no feeling. So I have to have my cane because I don't feel my feet. So, like, I could walk on glass shards. I wouldn't even feel them. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, just another day in the circus life with Felicia and Frankie. They always keep you on your toes. I got more procedures coming up. Endoscopy, colonoscopy. That was rescheduled for November, which, fine, whatever. Just get this crap over with. Anyway. Here's what I'm wondering, though. If I go through that with the endoscopy, right, will they be able to see if something's wrong with my neck? Like, will they be able to see that the fusion's gone wrong or a piece of, I don't know, whatever is broke in my neck or, you know what I mean? Like, ever since my concussion, I have been so freaking dizzy. I have pounding headaches. And like the top of my freaking skull hurts so bad still. And that was in freaking March. So April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months ago. She said, one of the nurses that I talked to said that I can have the pain on my skull for up to a year, if not longer. But I'm just I'm worried about it because I don't feel like anybody really looked at it. Nobody looked at my neck the way they should have. After I had that, after I hit my head. And I'm trying not to spiral because you know how it is when you lie awake at night and you're wondering if you've missed something and you worry. Yeah. Still, at this mess, though, I go through all this and I remind myself I have way too many blessings to sit in the dark for too long. So I don't let myself sit in that dark place too long. And Felicia and Frankie, yeah, they knock me down constantly. I push myself too hard sometimes, majority of the time, and I pay the price every time. But I'm still here, still finding joy, and I'm still trying to adjust my life around the disabilities instead of letting them steal every ounce of me and all of my joy. That's where I'm at, y'all. Exhausted, achy, still grateful, still fighting, always in pain. A busy weekend, a sweet gift, and a little Gigi chaos. Y'all, this past weekend was packed. My best friend, my sister from another mom and dad, I call her that. She is not adopted. She's just a best friend I've had for 16 years. So she's like a sister. And her husband, they were here. They were here with their family, but they helped me with some things around here, and then they ended up staying really late that evening. And then I had another friend pop in. She lives about 4.5 hours north from us. They came down for a wedding, and so they stayed here in a hotel close here in town so we could spend some time together. So we went out for brunch the next day. We talked and talked and talked and laughed, and I just soaked up every single moment that I could with her. It was so nice. I don't get to see her very often, so I cherish every moment that I have with both of them because both of these ladies are just, very, very important to me. And they are just very precious, and I enjoy my time with both of them very much and their families. And then later on the next day evening, Grandbaby time. Yep, y'all know. Grandbaby time. Woohoo! Two of my grandkids, two of my grandsons came, stayed the night with Gigi and Papa. Y'all know it fills my heart. It fills my soul. It makes me right as rain. The next day, of course, I had to go do the whole procedure. So I was gone for about 3 hours, and I came home. The kids were all safe and sound playing. They were fed. The house was still standing. Papa did so good. No fires, no disasters. I was proud. Yeah. And then, they went home after that. So, and speaking of kids, my other son, he went to the Grand Canyon with his uncle last week. So he came back with sweetest little gift, a glass blown Roadrunner. It's beautiful. Y'all know, maybe you don't know, I have a glass problem. Glass, yeah. I like to collect unique glass pieces. Toothpick holders, glasses, jars, um, little vases, cups, ornaments, snow globes, anything colorful, different. I just like different things. I'm unique. I like eccentric, different things. And so this little Roadrunner that he got me, it's straight to my heart. I asked him if there was some special meaning behind it, and he just shrugged his shoulders, and he's like, I just like the colors. It's kind of funny because he's colorblind. So maybe it was less about the collars and more he just wanted to get his mama a gift. But anyway, either way it goes, I am going to cherish that little Roadrunner. It's going out to my office where I can see it every day. Definitely a little gift that I will cherish always. 800 views, milestones in life lately. Y'all, we just hit 800 views. Can y'all even believe that? Every single view, every comment, every share, it means more than I can ever put into words. Honestly, seeing this little community grow like it is, warm cup of coffee on a chilly morning, comforting, energizing, a little addictive. But this week has been, well, y'all know, it's me. It's never boring. Between hospital appointments, my projects at home, juggling Felicia and Frankie, and somehow keeping the house in one piece, I've barely had really a moment to breathe. But then there are those little wins, like seeing those 800 views pop up. That's all of us together, surviving, laughing, and venting, finding joy wherever we can. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for showing up, for listening, for sharing your stories with me, and for reminding me that I am not alone in this circus. Whether it's your first episode or it's your 15th time, 16th time of turning in here, your presence matters. I appreciate it all. So, I just wanted to say thank you for taking time to celebrate with us and all the little victories that keep us moving in life, even when Felicia and Frankie are throwing tantrums. All right, my beautiful friends, that is a wrap for today's episode of Living with Fibro and PSA, Felicia and Frankie's Way. Before we sign off, let's talk for a few seconds. Life with Felicia and Frankie is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes downright exhausting. But it is also full of moments that make your heart swell. Those are the moments I want us to hold on to. A friend showing up just when you need them, your grandkids' laughter, or maybe your kids, echoing throughout the house. Or maybe it's a tiny glass Roadrunner that reminds you of someone loving you just as you are. Don't forget to check out all these other episodes that you might have missed. There are all a little slice of chaos, laughter, and maybe even a tear or two. Hit like, subscribe, and share if something here resonates with you. The more that we share, the bigger this little community can get, and the stronger we can lift each other up. And always, always, always remember, you are not on this road alone. You are not walking this place by yourself. Protect your peace, laugh when you can, and give yourself grace. For Felicia and Frankie and I, we will always be right here. navigating the chaos with you. One flare, one hospital trip, one small victory at a time. I will see you guys next time. Bye.